Welcome back. I'm Christine Zeitler with the Olean Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pom-pom. This is a fun and easy craft, and to create it, all you need is yarn, a cardboard loom about the size that you want your pom-pom to be, and scissors. With these few simple supplies, you can make a very neat pom-pom. So, to start with, what we're going to do is you're going to take a piece of cardboard that you've cut the size that you want your pom-pom to be and start wrapping it. This is the most time-consuming part of this. And to make a very neat and fluffy pom-pom, you're going to want to wrap about 3 times as much yarn as you think you need. If you don't wrap it enough, you wind up with kind of a sickly looking pom-pom. So it's always better to wrap a lot more than you think you need rather than running the risk of not wrapping enough. So we'll just take a minute and finish this. With these pom-poms, there's a lot of fun things that you can do. You can experiment with colors and make different layers and different colors of pom-pom. You can turn them into little pom-pom mats if you tie them onto a piece of rug hooking frame. You can turn them into coasters if you're willing to have a very fluffy coaster. Basically anything that you can think of. And if your parents let you, you could even probably use white yarn and make soft snowballs for the summer. So you can see this is very thickly wound. And what we're going to do from there is cut this from the ball of yarn, and then you need to cut a piece of yarn from the ball. Actually, you're going to need to cut 2. So 1, 2, and these need to be big enough to go underneath half of the strings. So I'm going to start on the front side. And I'm going to take the piece of yarn and go underneath this half of the strings and then tie a simple overhand knot as if you were tying your shoes. Once, pull it tightly. You want it to be very tight. Hold your finger there. And then a second time. And so that's half of it, and then do the same thing on the back because you want to figure out where the middle of your pom-pom is going to be. So we're just going to slide this underneath. Tie a simple knot like you learned when you were beginning to tie your shoelaces. Tie it tightly, hold your finger down, finish tying it. Once you have that tied, you can slide your pom-pom off of your loom, and it looks like this, and we want to completely tie it around the middle. So take one of the sides that you were working with and pull the strings around to the back. So now you're taking half of it and you're going to unite it with the other half, again by tying a simple overhand knot, like when you learned how to do your shoelaces. If there's some extra strings floating around, don't worry about them too much. Everything is going to get trimmed off. So there. Now you can see that it's completely cinched around the middle. To finish things, you take your scissors, and for this you want to use scissors that are either very sharp or just dedicated to cutting yarn. For some reason, once scissors have been used to cut paper, they don't seem to work very well on yarn, but these will do okay as long as I take it just a few at a time. And you want to cut every single loop apart. Even once you've got the first layer done, you want to look and make sure that there isn't a second or third layer lurking in the middle of your pom-pom. You can see even after that second layer, I've got a third layer laying down there. Go through, fluff it around, make sure that you have every single loop cut. Again, it takes a few minutes, and And if your scissors aren't very sharp, then you can only do a few at a time. So once I finish that up, and again, there's another layer in the middle of more loops. Here we go. Okay, so once you have every single loop snipped off, you're going to notice as you roll it around and fluff it up, things look a little straggly. So it's time to give your pom-pom a haircut. To do this, I like to push all of the strings that I can up on one side, and you can see the parts that are poking up and keeping it from being trim. And then just trim those off. You can trim as much or as little as you would like. If you want it to be one of those small, dense pom-poms, then you can trim quite a bit off, and it will turn out fairly uniform and dense looking. If you want it to be a little bit fluffier, you can do that. If you want to eventually tie it to a piece of rug backing or something, you can keep a couple of long strings to use as ties. Oh, I see I missed a loop there. Okay, so have fun making your pom-poms. Show me what you make on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I look forward to seeing your creations. And if you're an introvert, please check on your extroverts. Have a great day.